Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and also I thank the other chairman who is here as well, Mr. Bridenstine and Mr. Weber. The Environmental Protection Agency is seeking to pursue the most aggressive regulatory agenda in its 44-year history. One of the many regulations the agency looks to promote is the so-called Clean Power Plan. The President's Power Plan is nothing more than a power grab to give the government more control over Americans' daily lives. These regulations stifle economic growth, destroy American jobs, and increase energy prices. That means everything will cost more, from electricity to gasoline to food. Today, we will hear from witnesses who have analyzed the cost and benefits of EPA's Clean Power Plan. Their analysis clearly demonstrates that the costs far outweigh any minor environmental benefits. The EPA claims their regulations will slow global climate change and reduce carbon emissions. But heavy-handed regulations and arbitrary emission targets will do lasting damage to our economy, all for little environmental benefit. In fact, EPA's data show that the Clean Power Plan regulation would eliminate less than 1% of global carbon emissions, and it would reduce sea level rise by only 1/100th of an inch, the thickness of 3 sheets of paper. Even if all the carbon emissions in the United States were reduced to 0, world temperatures would decrease by only 0.2 degrees Celsius. And the temperature increases avoided as a result of the Clean Power Plan would be only 0.003 degrees Celsius, only 3/1000ths of a degree. These measures will impose tremendous cost on every American. The Clean Power Plan will have an even greater impact on those who live on fixed incomes, such as the elderly and the poor, who are the most vulnerable to price increases for some of our most basic necessities like food and electricity. I thank the Energy Information Administration for conducting its analysis of the impacts of the Clean Power Plan and for testifying before the committee today. This important study shows what many have said since the regulation was proposed, that regulating carbon emissions in the manner most put forward by the Administration will raise the cost of electricity and negatively impact our nation's economy. Today, the whole House will consider H.R. 2042, the Ratepayer Protection Act. This bill allows states to decide whether the so-called Clean Power Plan is in the best interest of the state, given the tremendous cost it will impose on American families. Our panel this morning includes experts who have conducted extensive analysis of the costs and benefits of EPA's regulations. Look forward to all of our witnesses' testimony on how the Clean Power Plan will affect the American people. The EPA should not saddle the American people with extensive and burdensome regulations, especially if the regulations have little environmental impact. Mr. Chairman, also let me apologize to the witnesses. I'm a member of the Judiciary Committee, and our markup of a bill that I co-sponsored began 30 minutes ago, so I'm going to need to excuse myself to head over there, but I hope to be back, and certainly this will be a very informative and necessary hearing to have. Yield back. Thank you.